tip, the difference between doing this tip and not doing this tip could be literally 3 pounds extra a week. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Miss Work in Progress. So in this video, I want to share with you guys some weight loss tips and tricks on how to start your weight loss journey and to maximize your weight loss journey to make sure that you're losing weight. What I don't want is for the mistakes that I've made in my weight loss journey for other people to make those mistakes too. One of the worst thing is literally being like 4 weeks into a weight loss journey and you find out that, oh my goodness, this plan isn't for me, or oh my goodness, there's certain things that I wish I was doing for that 4 weeks to like maximize my weight loss that I wasn't doing. So my tip number one that I like to do before I embark on a weight loss journey is to take a detox. I know a lot of us, like in your body, you might feel like you're bloated. You want to like cleanse your body before you start taking in some good nutritious food. Well, tip number one, do a detox. And there are several detox that you can do, whether it's a water fast or you want to do like a lemon and water cleanse. And as for the length of these detox, it doesn't have to be like a week-long detox. It can be literally 1 day detox in 2 days or 3 days, or if you choose to do a detox for a week, you can. But the bottom line is to detox your body, give your body that fresh start that you need. And I know it because for me, I can literally feel it when I need a detox. And if I don't detox before I start a journey, I feel so like icky and bloaty. But then again, you might feel something completely different. But I love to detox my body with lemon water mixed with apple cider vinegar and a little bit of ginger. Tip number two is essentially clear out your fridge. Clear out your fridge. It's like almost like decluttering your mind, decluttering your fridge. That's important. You want to make room for the new by taking out the old. And by the old, I mean like processed foods or foods that you know are not good, foods that are a trigger, food that are high in sodium, that are high in sugar, essentially any processed food. You want to literally go in that refrigerator and clear out everything that you know is going to tempt you to eat, especially in the first week of that weight loss journey when the cravings are at an all-time high and you've just kicked sugar and then there's like a pack of donuts like sitting on the counter. So you want to clean out the old and make room for the new. Tip number three is to have a journal, have a weight loss journal, to track your food, to track your process, to track your process, to track your progress. You can literally use a journal or you can use an app. I know MyFitnessPal is a really good one that you can use, or you can be like old school, print out your calendars and use that. But keep a journal of all the food that you're eating, and trust me, after a week or even a few days, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I ate all of this. But it makes it really good to look back and see that, you know what, I ate that this week and I was able to lose 5 pounds this week versus this week or the other week where I ate this, that, and this many calories and I lost like 2 pounds. So it definitely makes for a good tool to have a journal handy, whether you're old school or you're new school with like an app or something. All right. So this tip closely aligns with the previous tip, and that is to find a weight loss plan that works for you, as well as to go shopping for the food on that weight loss plan so that you're prepared to eat healthy. A lot of these tips, they go hand in hand, and you can literally take one tip and break it down into like 10 different sub tips. But the idea is find a weight loss plan that works for you. Our body is different. We're different. We have different likes and dislikes. Our taste buds are different. But the key that I like to follow is to have a balanced diet of like vegetables, grains, and protein. So if you're in doubt or you're completely lost, you don't know where to start, you're not familiar with the alkaline diet, the keto diet, the caveman diet, or intermittent fasting, but then again, intermittent fasting is a really good one that I think could be incorporated with like any diet that can give you some amazing results, different video or a whole new video in of itself. But the point is, the rule of thumb is that if you don't know where to begin on a weight loss journey, eat healthier. And eating healthier usually means incorporating fruits and vegetables in your diet. And for people who like to say, oh, well, I've eaten fruit and vegetables, but I haven't seen much progress, the bottom line is fruits and vegetables are better for your body than chips and junk food. So if you're coming from someone or a place where you would naturally eat like pizza with burgers for dinner and no vegetables at all, or healthy food in your diet, then once you make that change, that substitution, you're gonna see progress. You're gonna see weight loss, right? So if you're confused, babbling here, but if you're totally confused, you don't know where to start, just eat healthier. Incorporate some fruits and vegetables in your diet to start until you get to know yourself and your body a little bit more to find out, what works for you, what helps your taste buds, or just what you prefer. And the next tip is don't forget to stay hydrated. On your weight loss journey, water is important. I don't know how to stress this, but water is important. Substitute your water for the drinks that you would drink, pop, juice, orange juice, apple juice. Substitute it with water. Water keeps you hydrated. It fills you up. It helps to curb those craving because sometimes we think we're hungry, but really we're just thirsty or really we're just bored. So Walmart. So really, we're just bored. So basically, water can definitely be a filler. There's a lot of health benefits to water. Make sure you plan to drink your water on your weight loss journey. Here you go. If you don't like drinking water, spice it up a little bit. In here, there's a little bit of ginger with some cucumbers, just to flavor up my water to make sure, that I'm getting my water in as I make a video on healthy weight loss tips. Alrighty, so the other tip is to cook your meals. Eat from home as much as possible. I know we're in a global pandemic right now, so for some of us, it's a little bit easier, where we're at home more often. Definitely take advantage of that. Cook your meals. You're able to meal prep, pack out your meals for a few days, because when you plan for success. You don't plan to fail, you plan for success. So eat from home, cook your meals, and pack those meals out so that when you're hungry, you have a go-to, and you don't have excuses as to why you can't eat your vegetables, but you have meals ready, you have snacks ready for you. All right, so the next tip is to make sure you're getting enough rest on your weight loss journey. Make sure that you are sleeping 8 hours at least a night or more. Get your rest, don't skimp out. I know I have this really, really shitty habit of literally in my sleeping window, I am watching Netflix with my phone, or I am on Amazon Prime watching videos or something. But get your rest because we are burning calories essentially when we're sleeping. So if I cannot eat, not do anything, and burn calories, I'm definitely going to do that. All right, so this one is a biggie. And especially for most of us or some of us, who are not experienced at going on a weight loss journey, it's key to set realistic goals. The reason for this is because if you set an unrealistic goal to say, I'm gonna lose 90 pounds. Okay, maybe that's a little extreme, but I'm gonna lose, 15 pounds in the first week. And if that doesn't happen, then that can completely, discourage us. So what you wanna do is understand, first of all, that the average weight per week is, or the average weight loss per week is 1 to 2 pounds. So don't get discouraged if all you lose is 1 pound or 2 pounds. The reason being is because you're still making progress. You're still losing something. And just to add to that, don't just think about it in the sense of, okay, well, I only lost 1 pound this week. Well, for 62 weeks, that is 62 pounds. All right. Staying active. I know some of us, not all of us, don't like to work out, or we just don't know what to do to work out to lose weight. But The key is to do something that you find fun, that motivates you, that inspires you to stay active, whether it's a walk, and it doesn't have to cost money. That's why I start with a walk, but basically stay active, whether it's an elliptical machine like I have right there. I don't know if you can see it, whether it's a elliptical machine or whether it's a walk outside on a really good day. Do something to stay active. There are a ton of weight loss plans on YouTube that's for free. There are a ton of apps for free, or you can definitely stretch. Stretch. Well, hopefully a little bit more than stretching, but there are a lot of weight loss programs that are free that you can use. A lot of YouTube videos on different dances that you can do to stay active. If you have kids, take advantage of your kids. Chase them, play tag, go to a park, run around. But there are different ways that you can stay active. And the key to that is to make sure that it's fun, because when it becomes like a chore, you lose motivation, and then you have a higher there's a higher risk of you falling off your weight loss journey. So make sure you stay active and make sure it's fun. Make sure it inspires you. Make sure it motivates you. Okay, so this tip is super important. And I know it's like, yeah, well, you're telling us to do this, but you're telling us to do that. Listen to your body. Listen to yourself. When we start a weight loss journey, or we're on a weight loss journey, we get hungry. And, especially if you're on a plan where it says, okay, you can only eat this many calories, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. Listen to your body. I know one of the, hair. How dare you, hair? One of the biggest challenges for me on any weight loss journey is the symptoms that come about when you make that transition to eating healthy. And a big one for me is the headaches that I get, being fatigued, being like, moody. So listen to your body, listen to yourself. These consequences can be dire, right? And we don't want that for anybody. So listen to your body. If you're hungry, but do it. If you're hungry. If you're hungry, do it. If you're hungry, eat. Don't deprive your body, right? And don't confuse that also with binge eating something that you know that's unhealthy for your body. But make a conscious decision to satisfy that hunger with something that's nutritious. Okay, so with this tip, I find that not a lot of people tell you about this tip because it is something that is so easily forgotten. And this tip, the difference between doing this tip and not doing this tip could be literally 3 pounds extra a week. And this tip is to keep busy. Literally, because when you're on a weight loss journey, your focus is food and when you're about to eat again. So the key is to keep yourself busy with exercise, or whether you're working, or whether you have your kids, or whether you have a passion project that you're doing. The key is to keep yourself busy so that you're not fixated on food all the time and your mind isn't gravitating towards a fridge that is literally right there in my kitchen, the fridge. Keep yourself busy, because when you're busy, your mind literally is not in food, and hours could pass by before you eat again. In some instances, not super healthy, not super good. You can even miss your window to eat when you keep yourself busy. But it's always important to eat. But keep yourself busy. Like right now, I am literally writing. Not really, but you get the point. Keep yourself busy when you're on your weight loss journey. Have something to do that is not just your, fixation on food. This tip I love because when you're feeling really shitty about yourself, like let's say you're 4 weeks in and you're like, oh my goodness, all I lost was 10 pounds and I don't see any progress. This tip will literally motivate you. It will allow you to even go further and longer and stay committed to your weight loss journey. And that is to take progress pictures. Yes, take progress pictures, because I cannot tell you how many times I look at myself like 4 weeks in on a weight loss journey and I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't lose enough weight, I still look the same. And then I look at a picture from day 1, and then I look at a picture from literally like 8 weeks in and I'm like, oh my goodness, I lost weight, but sometimes we don't see that weight on the scale, but we see it in our appearance. And sometimes other people might see it, but they're not going to tell you because they're in shock, right? But definitely take your pictures, because that's going to be your proof. That's going to be your evidence, going to be your receipt, right? I know the scale, we cannot trust the scale. The scale is a liar. So definitely take your pictures, have your proof. As Wendy Williams would say, I've got the receipts, and your pictures are gonna be your receipts. So definitely take your progress pictures, do your measurements. I know there are amazing YouTubers on here who, Beatrice Crusoe is someone who takes excellent measurements of her weight loss progress. Like, she's very detailed about it. If you want to go the extra mile and do that, that's even incredible, because sometimes we don't see the progress on the scale, but we see it in our measurements, and we also see it in our pictures. So definitely take progress pictures. Next tip, don't be afraid to incorporate intermittent fasting in your weight loss journey. I know a lot of people are probably like, what is IF? What is intermittent fasting? But I can definitely make a video on the details of intermittent fasting if you want. But there are a lot of people who have had successful weight loss journeys who have sweared by intermittent fasting as one of the effective ways to burn fat. And essentially, it is limiting your consumption of food to certain windows, whether it's, I think it's 18 by 4, if I'm not mistaken. That's the most common. 18 or 18 by 6. 18 by 6 is the most common one when I do IF. That's the one that I use most often. But there's also, I think, the 24 or 20 by 4 fasting window that you use. But the point is, where you make the decision that you're not going to eat after a certain time frame. For instance, you might decide that you're going to start eating at 12 p.m. in the afternoon, and you're going to stop eating at like 8 p.m. at night, and then you won't eat again until 12 p.m. the following day. So intermittent fasting have been proven to be an effective weight loss tip to lose weight faster. There are a lot of other health benefits to intermittent fasting, and I would suggest, before you decide to engage in intermittent fasting, to check with your doctor, because it might not be right for you, especially if you have some existing medical condition where you have to eat at a certain time, or you have to consume certain types of food. I think it's important to consult your doctor first, because IF is not for everyone. So the next tip is to define your why. Why do you want to lose weight? I know that if I were to ask 10 men, 10 women, why do you want to lose weight? The reasons would be different, right? We all have our motivations or reasoning for wanting to lose weight. And the reason why it's important to figure out why we want to lose weight is because oftentimes why we want to lose weight is connected to why we are not losing weight. So once you figure that out, you write it down, it it definitely puts things into perspective for you. It allows you to be more focused. It can motivate you to keep you on this journey for longer. For a lot of people, it's an emotional reason, right? It could be for health. It could be for kids. It could be for ourselves. It could be for a whole host of reasons. So know why you want to lose weight. Because you can always revert back to that why when you feel unmotivated, when you feel like you're not making progress, and just to remind yourself as to why you're doing this, why it's important to lose weight, right? The next step that is, again, closely connected to knowing your why is to create like a vision board. I like the idea of seeing my victories long before I'm victorious, seeing how incredibly healthy I'm gonna look, how awesome I'm gonna look when I lose weight, how awesome I'm gonna feel, or even the marathon I'm gonna run when I am fit enough and I have enough endurance. But definitely create a vision board of you seeing yourself at your goal weight, achieving your weight loss goal, achieving your healthy lifestyle, taking control back of your life. Create a vision board of that, and just have that as a beautiful, constant reminders for days and nights when you feel extremely unmotivated. All right, everyone. So I hope you found those tips super helpful, super motivating, to start your weight loss journey. And I know that if you incorporate these tips, that can be a difference between you staying on a journey for 3 days versus 3 years. So I hope they're helpful. If you want more helpful content, or if you want to join me on my weight loss journey, don't forget to check out my previous videos and to hit that subscribe button for more amazing and awesome content. I will see you in the next one. It is Miss Work in Progress.